Well, hello there. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jay's Journey. It's pretty early in the morning here. It's coffee 30. And cheers. Having my morning coffee. Working at my desk. I haven't tuned in for quite a while. Working really hard on many different things. October push is what I always call it. We have this beautiful weather going on right now, kind of an Indian summer, as they say. In the 80s, about 80 degrees every day, gorgeous, beautiful, dry weather. So everybody's trying to get their exterior paint jobs in at the last minute before the snow flies. I've got crews running right now at full tilt. Yes, we are painting. Beautiful fall day. Any more paint, you think?
2 more gallons.
All right. Well, I've got to go to Highlands Ranch to do an estimate too.
Tenemos un galón.
Only one?
Yeah.
We don't have
Left?
1 gallon there.
Okay. Because I got to go to Highlands Ranch and do an estimate now,
Okay.
and I don't know how long it's going to take.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Well, during lunch we'll go get it.
Okay, sounds good.
¿Más 2 galones?
Sí, pienso. Pues queda nomás eso, allá atrás y de este lado.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
2 more
2
gallons.
Yeah.
2 gallons,
Well, you still got the other side and the back.
yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't go
Those
that
side?
much.
and the back.
You think only dos?
¿Vas con 2?
Pienso que sí. Se vaya uno y otro allá. ¿Eh? ¿3?
Tres?
Porque hay 1 galón aquí, ya son 3 galones.
Lucy says cuatro. He's the boss.
Dice Lucy, dice 4. Hey, se han ido 4 galones aquí.
And still getting a lot of estimates coming in, requests for estimates. So hello there. I am in a hotel, like a hostel actually, or what they call a youth hostel or something, in Denver, and I'm getting ready to bid this hallway. And what they're asking me to bid is the lower portion of this hallway, and as I go down I can show you they've been having somebody patch the walls, little holes in the walls. I don't know if you can see that there or not. Let's see. And yeah, they've got little patches everywhere, and they want me to go ahead and bid this lower portion, and then on the other floor too. There's a couple of floors, so I'm walking it right now. And then there's the elevator right there, the end of it, the windows. So I'll paste this off and measure it and make some notes, and then I'll go downstairs and do the bottom floor. Another great day in the Adirondack paint business. I'm in my, let's see, 5th year of running my business. So and it's starting to grow and grow and grow to the point where I actually feel like I'm, able to make a living doing this again, finally, after that many years. To anybody who starts a business, just got to tell you, be prepared for the first few years to have some really lean times. And what I did when I first started my business, you have to supplement your income sometimes. And recently, so and I didn't post anything in September. Well, I did. September was a very slow month for me business-wise, as far as estimates coming in, any jobs that I had going, which worked out well because I was able to take the kids camping. And there's another video on, it's called Gramping. That's camping with Grandpa. I was able to go camping a couple of times with what we call the Old Goats Camping Club, and it's just some old guys that are retired, and they're good friends of mine. We go out and, we just kind of sit around a fire and solve the world's problems, so to speak. Here I am at the Ruby Mountain campsite with the Old Goats, and it's early morning, and you can see behind me some of the rushing Arkansas River headwaters, which I haven't cast my line in yet, but it's pretty shallow, and I didn't bring a fly rod, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing much fishing with it, but it's beautiful here. You can see behind me over there that bank, and there's working ranches right on the other side of that bank there. The working ranches have lots of cattle on there, and they do cattle drives by. And you can see behind me these campsites. There's families camping back down in there. People camping. Families. And it's just beautiful here. It's cold. It's October. And you see the banks of the river over there. They actually drive cattle all along that bank sometimes. And there's the big ridge up there. And in the background behind those trees, I don't think you can see them from here, is the Collegiate Peaks. Oh, I see him. Yep. Way over there. Yep, he's standing there. He's pretty as can be. I don't know if you can see him on the film or not, but he's there. I've got this zoomed out. I need my telephoto. And here we are, walking up to our campsite with the Old Goats. All right, guys, you got anything profound to say?
We never have.
You've had your coffee and your breakfast. Your minds should be working at this point.
Well, why don't you go film the iron over there, the ruined iron?
The ruined iron? I will have to do a shot of that.
Let me show you how I
Don't touch it. You'll get in trouble.
Get that pan.
We're having a fight over how to wash the pans.
Don't let him put any chemistry on that iron.
Okay, is this thing on?
Yes, it is. Go over here so the sun's not. Yes, there you go.
I might add.
There you go. That's better. All right, Ed, now I'm ready.
Well, there's a fire.
Okay, this is a public apology
Right in front of the,
to my ex-best friend Lou Griner for destroying his iron.
So here is the cast iron skillet, which was the object of great controversy this morning with the Old Goats camping trip. And here's Eddie Doyle to explain what occurred this morning.
Here's my question, a question for the century. What is a friendship worth? What is a friendship that spanned over 45 years worth? I tell you the cost of a friendship, the price of friendship is a pan.
Hey, watch your language.
That's the price.
This is a family show.
Okay,
we have
that's the
maids
price
over
of a friendship.
It's okay, I can bleep it.
What am I worth to you as a friend? I'm worth a little bit less than that pan.
there. You
Well,
mean
that is true.
the ruined pan he's speaking of. He's not thinking of his pan, which I'm going to steal and clean the right way. He's talking about my pan, the pan that I've had ever since I was a guide on the river. Okay. And oh yeah, I wonder how I learned all this stuff, as opposed to some sort of thing he saw on YouTube.
No. I am an expert in corrosion. I'm an ACE level 3. National
that's the
Association
key.
of Corrosion
That's the key.
Engineers.
You're an expert in corrosion, which means you're an expert in destroying shit.
No, in removing corrosion.
No,
So, guess what? Griner's got a pan, but he might not have a friend anymore. The end.
I wonder whether I really honor.
Turn
I'm not
turn
sure.
off the camera. I'm going to sulk.
priceless, priceless.
Okay, Tom, here we go. This song made Maria furious. When I was just a lad at 2, I got my first pair of shoes. I went down to the general store and bought myself a 44. When I was a lad of 3, I knew it would be him or me. I put my gun against his head and then I painted the walls red.
Wow, that's a nice song. That's a really nice comforting
good
song. Yeah.
When I was just a lad of 4,
Johnny
I,
Cash was in it.
I knew I couldn't take one more. Killed the neighbor and his dog. I can't remember the rest of it.
Not the
It was a
dog.
great song.
Yeah, you don't kill dogs.
Yeah,
He
People's
killed a
okay.
dog.
That may have been as far as I got before Maria shut me down.
Now, Tom's going to play his song now.
Okay, well, that was a great song.
That was a great song. I
Yeah,
like it.
really.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, it's
did you
topical.
write it?
Huh?
Yes, he wrote it.
Did you
Yeah.
write that?
That's an original.
Yeah?
Did you write that song?
Yes.
It's an Ed Doyle original.
Or is that a Johnny Cash tune?
Anyway, so I did that for a couple of weekends. At the same time, we had a lot of things, in September going on. But I also, when it gets lean like that, I get a little worried. So I also took a position with my friend Eddie. Got me involved in an inspection job where I have a NACE certification. That's the National Association of Corrosion Engineers certification for coatings inspector. So we run various tests on substrates to see if they're ready for painting, basically, is what we do. I took a position with him doing that, and it's a part-time thing. So I'm trying to be able to do that, hopefully without a hitch, be able to do that and run my paint business at the same time, which is suddenly ramped up. It's been great. I mean, I can't complain about a thing, really. There's a lot of people that aren't working, maybe that's the catalyst, if you, during this whole thing, to start a business. I'll bet you a lot of business startups have happened during this whole shutdown because of necessity. Necessity being the mother of invention. I'll bet you there's a lot of people that have started businesses because they lost their gig, whatever it was they were doing, waitress or, working in a restaurant or hospitality industry or some other industry that's been heavily affected by this whole COVID dilemma, pandemic. So I'm just grateful because so far, knock on wood, my family's been healthy. Nothing serious has happened here as far as that goes. We did do a couple of gigs with the senior discount. We did outside gigs this summer. To be honest, I did get a little uncomfortable because there was a lot of, one of them there was a lot of mask wearing. The other one there was no mask wearing. And, I don't mean to make a thing out of the mask. I don't know if it works, if it doesn't work. But the reason that I wear one is because I care about my fellow human beings. Because whatever happens to somebody else affects me in my life, regardless of what it is. I believe in wearing those masks just to protect other people. I'm kind of overdue for another self-inflicted COVID haircut. Here, where I've been giving myself haircuts since, February or March? And not very good ones either. Anyway, during this time I've been trying to get inspired. All of a sudden got real busy, and the camping thing, I have to pull all the camping gear out and put it all away again, and I've done that several times that last month in September and in October. And trying to reset up the music room after a gig takes me at least 2 hours to get everything plugged in, set up, and get ready for recording maybe another hour or so. So I've been trying to get inspired to do the recording. And one thing that inspires me is cleaning the music room and getting it all set up. And once it's set up, then it's kind of fun to get started. That initial cleaning process, just to get started getting the ambition and the gumption up to go do it. And that's the thing. I did start on that. My problem is I start work at about sometimes 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, working on estimates here in my office. I have estimate sheets that I have to load into the computer and email the people. Communicate. If I've got jobs running, people like to communicate through email and text. And so early in the morning, I'll send several emails out, sometimes to employees about what we need to do that particular day if I can't be there on site first thing. I take care of a lot of that stuff in the morning, have my coffee. My hour of power, I did that this morning. I usually, we've talked about that before in videos. Everybody should have a time of day. Now, for some people that might be at night, I don't know. My mom used to like to do it late at night. That was her hour of power. I can't deal with that because I'm too tired. I'm wiped out by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's not a whole lot left in me. And that's when I was younger, it seemed like I could go down to the studio after work and just leave work alone. But for me, it's hard when you run your own business because there's calls still coming in or texts still coming in or requests for estimates coming in at all hours of the day that you have to respond to at certain points. And I haven't quite learned how to shut it off at a point yet where you just say, okay, that's the end of that portion of my life today. It's really hard. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's different than when I worked for someone else. When I left the store, when I worked in a store, when I worked in an office, when you leave, you hang up your job coat on that rack when you leave and say, I'm done for this job for the day. But I don't have that kind of job now that I started my own businesses. Just got to learn how to balance that time management. That's what they call it, I think. So I am in the learning process of that. And today, if you notice, the lighting is a little weird. I got my Halloween lights on. I've got the lower, it's lower. It's coming in from low. Let's see. Anyway, when it's up higher, I think I'm less menacing looking, maybe. I should tell a ghost story. Well, you guys have a great week or so, and I will see you next time.